Hello and welcome back to the shop. Yesterday I was looking at the alignment of the cross bridge on the planing machine, the Federal planer, and I've made some adjustments. You can see the little shaft at the top here. Okay, that controls the two screws either side, which lifts that bridge up and down. And what I found was that over the full width of the bed there, it was 15 thousandths out. In other words, it was 15 thousandths of an inch lower on that side. So what I had to do was to pull the shaft out. It's an easy enough job to do. Pull the shaft out, and I rotated that one on its own. And I calculated that I needed to lift it up about 6 teeth to actually give me what I needed. But when I did turn it 6 teeth, it only moved sort of halfway, so I had to do it again. But now it's running pretty good now. It's actually leveled up, and I've set that top shaft and aligned everything up. So it should be okay now. It's within probably about half a thou, 1 thou at the most. You can see the little dial test indicator there. It's just sitting there. I've made a little fixture for the side of the clapper here. I drilled and tapped into the casting. This hole here goes through, and so that post can actually push onto the clapper itself. I was going to put a hole through this, but that's very close on the center line there, and I don't want to weaken this casting. So at the moment, all I've done is I've just drilled and tapped, put this in, tied it up with a nut to hold it in place. But this is a useful fixture on any sort of tool post. I've got the same arrangement as this, or facility for that, on the Atlas Shaper. Just quickly show you that. You can see the hole drilled and tapped in the side. Although on this one, because that's a much bigger clapper on this, the hole actually goes into this casting here on the clapper. You can see it. Can you see it there? So it can act as a lock for the clapper as well. So if I was, cutting a keyway, an internal keyway or something, I could put a bolt or something in there and it would hold that in place, stop it from clapping, which could cause you a problem. Okay, I've just set my phone up on the end of the bed of the planer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to traverse the DTI across the bed. Hopefully you can actually see what it says on the gauge. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, see, it's still on about what, 2 or 3. It's not moving at all. That parallel's not in brilliant condition. Really needs grinding again, that does. It's got a bit pitted over the years. But you can see it's not really moving at all, that needle. There you go, and we'll come back. There we go. So that's pretty good now, that is. I'm happy with that. And this screw is moving very freely now, the tool head itself. It was very stiff, and what I found was that let me just grab hold of this. What I found was that the retaining plate at the back here, it was binding on the bottom, so I've relieved that. I used the front finishing tool on the Shaper that we had out, that one there, yep. And I just took a light cut off the back of that, and that's done the job. And I've readjusted the various things. We have some work to do on this. There's what I consider, for the size of thread here, we have significant backlash to deal with. I don't know if you can, let's see if you can see this. Well, not so much there, but when we get over here, it's quite pronounced. And there's more wear down that end than there is up this end. Let's have a look. Can you hear it and see it? So we need to sort that out. We'll probably make a new screw, because the screw's worn and the nut. Although the nut's not too bad. When it comes down to here, where we've got the area which isn't too badly worn on the screw, there's virtually no backlash. So it may be that it's the screw that just needs replacing. But we'll sort that out. That'll be a job for this fella here, for the Myford lathe. We'll get that done. We'll get the travelling steady and various other things sorted out, and we'll cut the screw on that. It won't be a problem. This is an Imperial lathe. I've got metric change gears down here for this, tucked away. So if I had to do metric one, it wouldn't be a problem. But this is an Imperial lathe, and it's an Imperial planing machine, being American. They still use real dimensions, real units of measurement. Okay, right, so the other thing I noticed as well, I've been freeing things off here too. One thing I didn't like was the screw thread. Let's have a look at the back. And if you can see the screw thread there on the tool head, it's a conventional V-form thread. It's not a square thread, and it's certainly not an Acme thread. I didn't like that. But it is what it is. It's a 1900 machine. It's been, served all these years. It's not too bad, but yeah, it'd be better if it was a square thread. But anyway, it is what it is. What I don't like is these more modern cap screws. These aren't very good at all. And because of the design of the gib here, it means that the head is slightly offset this way. So it's slightly offset towards this. We might be limited in what we can put in here. They may have been cheesehead screws or something like that in the old days. Someone's put the cap screw in as a replacement, but these cap screws aren't long enough, so there's a retaining plate inside. There's one there and one there to hold the head in place. And these are, well, this one's only in about the thread and a half. That one goes in a little bit further, so it's a bit crap really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some special studs, and we're going to see if we can get, I need to make a special spacer to be sure that we miss the screw heads on the gib strip. And we'll have the nuts sticking out here where my finger end is, but it doesn't interfere with the clapper if I move it side to side. This one's not a problem here, there's nothing there. But what this doesn't allow me to do is, I can't lock this. If I put a cut on with this, what you've got to be careful of is with the geometry of the tool, when you're cutting, sometimes it'll pull the tool down into the work. It'll pull the tool down and it increases your cut. You need to be able to lock things off in place, and I can't do that just yet. I need to figure a way out of doing that. Having this so close to that makes it very problematic. But we'll come up with something in the end to do that. So yeah, there's a few things to do on this. When we get it running, we'll probably find other things that need sorting out as well. But getting it running is the important thing. Getting it doing some work. That's really what we want to see. So anyway, there you are. That's a little update where we are with this. The other one is, there's some of my metal, and there's the other piece. That one will be the first one, which I put on the bed of the planer. I've nearly finished all my tooling there, some of it down there. I've got other pieces there, a lot of the wedges I've made are down there. So we'll be setting that up and getting that started. But one of the things I had to do, obviously, was set that bridge so it was parallel. So I'll have to have a rethink now, see what my next step is. And I think I might start making some studs, specialist studs for here. I don't want to use this. If that's going to be a problem for me, that particular bolt there, I don't want to use this and find it strips out and damages something and smashes the tool head. I'd sooner get these fixed first. That's not much better either. So I'd sooner get them fixed first, and then we'll take a cut off. There'll be a lot of forces on the machine when it's cutting. This it certainly isn't a heavy industrial machine, although it's really well built. And it was built in the days when you had high carbon steel tools, so they weren't high performance tools. These would be slow running machines. You'd be taking your time with this, and the steels that you would be machining on here would be a lot softer than what they are now. Nowadays you had a lot of scrap in them as well, so you get a lot of hard spots, especially stuff that's come from the Far East. But anyway, that's a little update for today. If there's anything else of any interest, I'll put another video up. All right, thank you. Bye.